Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode on City Skyline 2, and today we're going to be looking at our industrial area. We've got about 129,000 and I've kind of got an idea now what I want to do. I want to utilise the resources that are on this land rather than the resources that are here, because it's going to create a lot of pollution, and realistically we want to have access to the rail at some stage anyway. That does mean that we need to consider obviously where the rail is, so I'm going to hopefully try and get a bridge that goes across here, and then we can get a road that'll cross. So I'll bring a road down to here and then cross it over into here, into where we have the quarry. We are going to have to split the quarry into two sections, because we're going to have one on one side, one on the other side, which shouldn't be too much of an issue. We don't have much on this side, we just have the start of a railway network. I believe that is rail. Yep, that is all rail. However, that does lead out into our export area. So it's going to bring rail into us. It can also be then a connection that goes across here for rail into our industrial, which we were talking about. So before we get started, I'm going to buy this tile here, just so we have it ready to go, so I know where I'm going to put my bridge. Now, I want to move this. However, moving that's going to cost me 25,000. How much is it to actually build a power plant? Small coal plant, 100,000. So it's going to cost me 50,000 to move it. I also need to move my recycling centre, which is going to cost an absolute fortune as well. So we still can't afford, without taking out a huge loan, to move everything. And there isn't actually that much requirement for industry at the moment. We seem to be supplying it. However, a lot of oil resources can be gathered here, which is going to make us money. That's kind of cool. We only had the one pump at the moment, but if we have a look, we'll notice that our production is 8.7 tons and we're still using 58.3 tons in oil somewhere. That's obviously to like gas stations and stuff like that. 60 tons a month. We're in a deficit, so that's being purchased somewhere. So the more we can offset that, the better it's going to be for us. I wonder if, let's have a look at how our budget's looking. So we're still kind of borderlining. The other thing I have done as well is I've turned this off at the moment, because this is starting to encroach on our housing area here. And we're in abundance of it anyway, so I've turned it off for now. Oh, looks like there's a major incident on the highway. Highway's now been cleared. So the realistic thing is can we get something in here? Just these roads are just so big. Because realistically we want something like this. We're just going to connect there. There's nothing smaller. The only other option we have is we make our own. But I don't like the idea of that, because this is what happens. I don't even know why we've got that, really. We can fix that, I think. Let's try and fix that now. So we've got two dead end roads. So we're going to need a 3-lane, 180 degrees. And then okay. Then going to need a roundabout, large roundabout. Road required. Okay, so we've got 6 lanes. So 6-lane divided road. So how do we get it to connect? Overlapping. Yes, we are overlapping because I want to connect the two together. How about just doing it straight to there for now? Right, so I want my 3-lane road to go to here, and my 3-lane road to go to here. Right, that should improve things considerably. However, I still want a roundabout. Oh, now it lets me put a roundabout in. How big of a roundabout do we want? Okay, roundabout's in. So does that now mean we can have roads leading off that? Let's test it. 4-lane divided road. Always looking good. %. Perfect. That is perfect. Again, 90%. Leading to where we need it to go. Right, so now we have... Why have you got no services? You disconnected. Okay, that's somewhat annoying, but surely we can fix that. Of course we can. Which service is disconnected there? There we go. Simple fix. Okay. That should clear things up there. So we shouldn't have any... Oh, look at that. Much clearer traffic. I think we do that here. I think that's what we need here. Where's my roundabout? I want to remove all that. I want to do that there. Right, clear all this. Clear this, clear this. Clear that, clear that. Clear that. Right. 3-lane going that way. Three lanes going that way. Realistically, we want it going that way and that way. Roundabout. Or do we have it? Is that a... What size road is that? Is that 8-lane divided road? It is an 8-lane divided road. Okay, we just need the other road going that way. Roundabout. Let's see how that goes. Yep, we've got disconnected. That's fine. I can fix you. There's no issues. I can just put pipes. Where's your piping network? There we go. Come on. I don't need underground mode. Don't need that piece. There we go. There we go. That looks so much better. Oh, And you know what? What else we could do is we can put a road here. No, there we go. And a road here. Yes. Look at that. That looks so much better. Let's see how that does in terms of traffic. I mean, it already looks better to me. Oh, we got fires. Oh, looks like they're resolving it. Whew. Okay. So, as mentioned, the problem I'm going to have here is can I fit everything I want to fit in there? That is where the oil is. So I'm going to put the oil station there. All that's going to be oil. So anything on that side of the road is oil. That's fine. Because we can now bring medium road. What road is this? This is a two-way, 4-lane divided road. So we already know. So bring that there. Look at this. This is a nice road. But here we go. This is what we want here. But I want a large road that leads to here. Then I want an 8-lane divided cable road. Overlapping. What do you mean overlapping? Well, yeah, because I want it. I want it to. Well, of course it's overlapping. I want it to do. It's not going to cross that area, is it? Because of the terminal. What's the point of that? No matter what I do, that road's going to be overlapping it. No matter what I do. Even if I did that elevation overlapping. Why would it not just do... I don't understand why you can't drive over that. Because that's going to cut the whole centre of the map off. Well, that does that. So how come that's got that there? It's practically the same bridge as what I'm doing. Or is it because it's a 2-lane asymmetrical? I wonder if it's because it's the highway. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. 4-lane single suspension bridge. Nope. I can't see why that can't go there. No matter where I put it, it's going to cause me problems. So, why is there a railway line that ends there if you're going to have to go all the way around? That's a little annoying. The other thing I've just realised as well is I've put 8-lane divided, and I don't particularly want that, so I'm actually going to reduce this to... I'm going to remove it and put 6 lane. Six lane undivided. I don't know. Bring it to here. I absolutely love the curvature on that road. Okay. So we now have a 6 lane road, and I now have a way to connect you up now. You're still not connected to the road, are you? Your elevation is off the charts. Well, I just had a connection point. There you are. Or is that just because? Right, no, let's remove that and remove that. Okay, so we now have a road working on this side, and we have kind of a road working on this side. I'm going to move the power plant because the power plant is in my way. However, I want the power plant to be kind of over here. So let's do a let's do a 2 lane. Let's do a 2 lane road. And I want it about here. I want it there. So that's going to give us the industrial side of stuff as well. Power plant. Okay, let's move our power plant. I'm going to move the power plant over to here. Yes, all of the lines are going to be messed up. I'm aware of that. However, for the moment, I want to connect just to here. So we're going to bring our power line in here. And we're going to connect the line up to there. Things are going to have to move, don't worry. But it now allows us to remove these power lines here. Where are they leading to? Do we want to remove all of them? Is that the external one? What's that? Emergency battery station. I didn't realise I had one already built. I forgot about that. That's fine. Because you can now go there. Right. Bulldoze, you. Right, you're still connected to the power grid. Where are you? What are you connected to? I don't know what you're connected. I think you're connected to the outside external. So let's reconnect you for now. Oh no, the external grid goes under the ground. Okay. That's absolutely fine. There we go. Now you're connected. Right, this needs to move. Transformer station. You can move this little gap here. Now all of these power lines now need to be removed. Okay. Can I get a power line in there? We're about to find out. do that. Now, this is all about power, so I'm not worried about anything else. What do you need? Do you need a connection to the power grid? Where's your connection point? There it is. There's your connection to the power grid. Battery bank. Charge. Plenty of charge. Okay. We have done a hell of a lot. I'm very happy with that. Very, very happy with that. So now we can remove all of this. I am sure I want to bulldoze that. Yes, please. Yes, I'm aware of that. Oh, is it because I've got the connection lines? Yep, that's fine. What's this here? Is that oh, that's the bus route. Bus line. Drag waypoint marker. I won't mind moving that point. Can I not move that point? Bus line 4. Okay, I'll have to deal with that later. It's fine. Basically, the outer city bus route's now been removed. But that's absolutely fine because I've just deleted it, so it doesn't exist at the moment. Okay, remove you two. Right, so we've now got a clear-cut way of doing this. Okay, radio mast. Go in there for me, please, sir. Firewatch tower. I want you nearby to everything that I've got working on. There. That'll do you for now, actually. Yeah, that's fine. Right. Now I want oil drilling. I want to oil drill. What overlapping item? Distance too far, that's fine. Okay, there we go. That's our oil drilling. Is that just a random rig in the middle? Yeah, it is, apparently so. Oh, there we go. Things are filling up nicely. Okay. We can now put some industry on these sections here. There we go. This is miles better. I don't know whether I want to keep that as is at the moment. I do, because it's obviously connecting everything else up. However, I think the recycling centre is going to be better if I move it. Which is probably what I'm going to do next. I'm going to bring a road off here, similar to what we've got here, basically. Because recycling obviously needs a route out. Maintenance is out. Traffic looks 10 times better. Noise pollution. I'm getting a noise pollution warning, which is interesting. And high taxes. We can probably bring the taxes down now, down to 12%. See how that does. That is miles better. Disappointed about that. I don't know why you can't cross that route. The bridge is clearly big enough to allow things to cross over, but there we go. The next thing to worry about, I think, is basically, yeah, what do we do next? How is our students doing? Fine. Elementary school, we've got more space for pupils. What can we do? Let's build an extension wing. There we go. More space for pupils and playground. go. We've got children's clinic and more space for pupils. Amazing. And we've got the park as well now. Right, next thing I want to do is rebuild my train route, bus route. EU bus shelter. So, we want the bus shelter by the power plant, by the oil rig, and obviously we've already got one in the industrial sector as well. Let's go ahead and set a bus route up. Okay. So we're going to collect any people from we got people from the parking, just in case you want to traverse out of the city, into the power plant, into the fuel depot, into the industry, and then back to complete our bus route. There we go. Cargo route, 1,805 tons. Trucks transport resources between companies in the city and between the city and outside connections. We're moving 1,805 tons. 3,423 citizens a month in buses. Taxi, we need to deal with the taxi ranks. Okay, let's go ahead and set up a taxi rank. Let's go ahead and set some of these up. So we want one outside the school, one outside this school, and I want a couple in these areas here, I think, because these are the outskirts areas. I want one outside the hospital, that's for sure. And we want one outside the parking lot. Power and business. Okay. Excuse me, let's have a look. Build a taxi depot, we've done. We've just done the taxi stands. Okay, and we don't need to do anything. So, that's that sorted. Where's our taxi rank? Taxi depot. There we go. All vehicles are now in use. All buses are in use. Perfect. How is our overground parking doing? 62 parked vehicles. Much more use of vehicle parking. No traffic whatsoever so far. The improved traffic is just so good. We could really do more buses. I know that. Bus depot. Extra garage. Is that going to need... It's going to need a car park. It's going to need a road access, isn't it? No, apparently not. It just needs a place to put it. There we go. More buses en route. Look at that. 35 vehicles. And that stopped warning me now. The only other thing I can consider doing, I think, is put in a bus only route here, but I don't think we need it. As a matter of fact, I don't think we need this, and I'm actually tempted to remove it because I think that's just providing us with more traffic than we need. We still have the bus route here. Yeah, I'm not worried about that. But what I can do, and what I'm going to do, is narrow two-lane road without sidewalks allows traffic in both directions. I don't particularly want that. A two-lane road. I want to put a two-lane road in here. And then let's do a gravel road. And a gravel road here. And then I'm going to do commerce for this section. Matter of fact, I'm going to do commerce for all of it. There we go. We now have a requirement for medium density residential demand. Things are looking great. So there is a bit of build-up of traffic here. There's nothing I can do about that because that's obviously traffic coming from the highway into and out of the city. So there's not really much I can do about that. The only other option is rotating the whole bloody thing. And I ain't doing that. It's far, far better than it was. Right. So, this section has been revamped. There's a lot more work to be done on this entire area. How's pollution doing in terms of upkeep? Deactivated. How are we doing over here? Where is my sewage treatment? 82%. So 82%, so we're still not even reaching max. We're still in profit. We're still increasing citizen happiness. I'm actually thinking of completely removing this treatment, this sewage outlet here, and maybe using this as the connection point for the shits. But the thing is I'm kind of liking this area here for it. It's a small area, but it's going to link us straight into the city for industry. One thing I can do, area tool, is I can drag this and move it for now. Because there's no stored garbage in it anyway. We can now continue. What road is this? Is this so this looks like a medium 4-lane dividend road. It is. Are we on 180 degrees there? 180. Oh. Didn't want to do that, did I? 180. Perfect. Okay. So, the first thing I want to do is bring in my 2-lane road to bring you into here. 90 degree. Perfect. Okay. So the recycling centre needs to be moved, but you're going to cost me way too much money. What about you? Can you be moved? You can. You're a lot less. Okay. So it's weird how it does it that way. There we go. What upgrades do you have? Landfill sends out garbage trucks. Oh, I'm already on the landfill. Upgrades. Garbage trucks depot enables the landfill to maintain a much larger fleet of trucks. Hazardous waste collection point collects hazardous waste, allow garbage to be processed at a higher speed, and waste recycling. Processing the income waste recycling. There we go. Let's get some extensions going. Right, that's all of our money that we've just spent. However, it looks like it's not on the road. Can we bring that on? I'm gonna have to move the whole thing. It's fine. Nope, it's not fine. That's annoying. How much is it going to cost me to move it? Oh, not too much. We should have that any moment. Oh, it's just dropped back down. Okay, why have you just not... Why has it just gone up to 26,000? That's a joke. $23. So now we have to wait for 26,000. But once this is moved, I'm happy because I know where everything's going. There's the recycling centre to deal with. Everything's looking a lot cleaner now. There is still a lot of work to be done in the industrial sector. Still need commerce, which is interesting. We have a lot of commerce. We have a lot of commerce in the area, but for some reason, not quite enough. Right, there we go. Now you have a road connection. I'm now not happy that there's nothing being used and utilised here. So let's just put a little bit of a road here, 90-degree road. There we go. Let's have some industry over here. There we go. Perfect. As a matter of fact, we could probably do some industry over this sector here. Let's bring in some commerce as well on these little sections here. They could be like some places selling stuff for the industry, tool shops, that kind of stuff. This is looking 10 times better. Landfill site's got easy access in and out of the city. Where are you going to? Oh, into there. I don't know why you don't just cross the road. There you go. Right. That's us for this episode. Let me know in the comment section if you've got any suggestions, ideas, or anything like that. But we are almost ready to start working on our next project, which is going to be sea and air. With the sound pollution going here, I might actually put sea and air together. We need to also consider rail as well, considering the rail is now not an option going over the water. So I don't know how we're going to work that. I need to figure out what to do. It may just be a case of we use the rail line that's available and that's it. But we'll figure it out. We'll figure something out. I may actually put a rail line from one end of the city to the other end of the city. Maybe across down here. There's options we've got. We'll have a look into it. But until next time, everybody, make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you've enjoyed this episode. If you're enjoying the series as a whole as well, then remember you can subscribe. Hit that bell notification, you're notified when I do put up more videos. But until next time, everybody, take care for now, and I shall see you all in the next one. Bye bye for now.